And welcome to you from the DENKA Big Swan Stadium in Niigata. Big day this for the Urawa Reds. The Asian champions are in town against a side that, well, right now, having been promoted to the J-League, looks extremely likely to survive in it. And really, at the start of the campaign, that was just what Albirex wanted. Wonderfully well-supported club, and they're out in big numbers here again to cheer on their side. And could they pull off an upset here against one of the very best around? And the Urawa Reds only 6 points behind the league leaders, the Yokohama Marinos, and they are very much still in that title race. They've found some form. They've won their last 2 after failing to win in 4, and they have the strongest defense in the J-League. Albirex will have to do all that they can to try and break that down. One thing you can always guarantee here is noise and colour and a tremendous atmosphere. Let's soak it up for a moment. Both sides well supported here. Here they come, led out by our referee Hajime Matsuo. Hiroki Sakai on the left of the picture, captaining Urawa Reds these days. He scored against Albirex back in March, the right back formerly of Marseille and Hanover 96 in Europe. Had they got going a little bit quicker in this campaign, Urawa would be right there. But they lost their opening 2 games. Had they won those, well, they'd be top of the table right now. But it can be a game, of course, of ifs and buts. Looking for attacking contributions from the likes of Yoshiaki Takagi, Motoki Nakagora as well. And all the pre-match formalities will soon be done. There's Jose Kante, who's scored in his last 3 J-League games, including the winners in 1-0 victories in his last 2. His contributions have been absolutely crucial. There's Atsuki Ito. A couple of important goals for him so far in this campaign as well. All smiles between 2 sets of players who get on pretty well. Albirex last league game, a 2-0 defeat by Kashima Antlers. And here's the starting lineup. They make 1 change to the side that lost that last league game. The youngster Shunsuke Mito has had a good season so far, but the 20-year-old drops to the bench. Koji Suzuki, the player who comes in to replace him. He will lead the line for Albirex. That's how they set up that familiar 4-2-3-1 formation. Nagakora and Hasegawa provide width. Takagi hopes to provide quality in behind Suzuki. There is our referee, Hajime Matsuo, assisted by Koto Watanabe and Tomoyuki Umeda. Naoto Uehara is the 4th official here. Of course, our VAR team, Takuto Akabe and Shuhei Shimizu in their booth and ready to go. Well, Urawa make 2 alterations to the side that turned in yet another tight defensive display in their win at Shonan Bellmare last time. Marius Hoibraten back in the centre defence in place of Takua Iwanami. Yoshio Kozumi comes in for Kaito Yasui in that creative midfield role, trying to support Kante, who's been in really good form. Sekine and Okubo either side of Kozumi. Iwao and Ito outstanding in those holding midfield roles in this good run in this campaign. They'll be pleased to have Alex Schalk back on the bench as well. He's been out with an injury. There is Rikizo Matsuhashi, the 55-year-old coach of Albirex, former midfield player for the Yokohama Marinos. This is his first managerial job. Maciej Skorza so well organised. He's got them playing outstandingly defensively. Can they find enough of an attacking threat to pick up yet another victory here, the Urawa Reds? They certainly start as strong favourites. The last time Albirex beat Urawa in J-League was July 2006. 2-1 on that occasion, 17 years ago. So we're ready at the DENKA Big Swan Stadium. Albirex will kick from left to right in this first half, in that familiar home kit for Urawa, all in white. They get us underway with Jose Kante, the Guinean, new arrival from Guangzhou in China, and he's done really well. 6 goals in this campaign, but he's found form of late. Scored in his last 3, and crucial goals, all of them. Albirex lost on penalties in the Emperor Cup quarter-final against Kawasaki Frontale. They scored a dramatic late equaliser right at the end of extra time, but it wasn't quite enough. Disappointed to go out. The Urawa Reds have got a J-League Cup quarter-final to come against Gamba. And then they've got a league game away against them. In fact, 3 of their next 4 games are all against Gamba Osaka. They're going to get to know them well. Big climb there by Akimoto. Now Hasegawa. Akimoto does a good defensive job. You take a couple of looks at the pitch here, don't you, and wonder about its condition. It seems to play okay, doesn't look great though. You're wondering where we are geographically. We're on the west of Honshu. The Urawa Reds from Saitama, just the northern part of Tokyo. Niigata is pretty much directly north of Saitama. Just under a 3-hour train ride away. That was floated in, hopefully, towards Sekine. They do focus very much on defence first, the Urawa Reds. You can see Kojima there in the Albirex goal with that heavily strapped thigh. And Thomas Deng. Good by Michael Fitzgerald. That's given away. Picked up by Ken Iwao, and now Koizumi. Can't afford to make too many mistakes like that against Urawa, and they might yet punish them here. Pressing high. It's exactly what Skorza said they were going to do. He knows how good Albirex can be in possession. He's trying to put pressure on the very thing that they are good at, particularly in those areas in the final third. Here's Thomas Deng. And Fitzgerald, the New Zealander. Here's Fujiwara. Fitzgerald, his second spell at Albirex. This is 225th league appearance for them. And by the way, Deng did spend 2 years at Urawa Reds. 21 appearances in the league. The player on the ball now, up against his former club here. Alexander Schultz, the Dane who's been right at the heart of that Urawa defensive effort this season. Akubo. Now it's Takahiro Akimoto. There's Sekine. Rather cheap giveaway and played forward by Shimada. See how clever Ito is in that midfield area for Urawa. Just holds everything together. Now Akubo. Here's Koizumi. Now Kante is looking for half a yard of space there. Kojima. Now Thomas Deng. Shimada. There's Fitzgerald. Nice switch of play here for Hasegawa. Now Deng, they're playing with confidence here, Albirex, in these early stages, and he's going to have a crack against his old club, who's always fizzing over the crossbar. "15 starts before today this season, and yet to trouble the scorers, but it wasn't the worst effort you've seen. Shimada. Positive bit of defending there by Alexander Schultz, and that's characterized the way they've gone about their business. Ken Iwao. See, Kante's made a good run centrally, but straight into the arms of Kojima. There's Ko. Now Fitzgerald, winners of J.League 2 last season for the second time, Albirex. Another crack at the big time. Back in the top flight for the first time in 5 seasons. And they want to stay here. Right now it's looking very, very likely that they will. But they also want a strong finish to the campaign. Deng, now Ko. Nagakura. Here's Fitzgerald. And Takahiro Ko. Hasegawa. Now Takagi. There's Shimada. Decent bit of build-up play this from Albirex. The cross was driven in towards that far post. Now Hasegawa has lost his balance. That's given away in a key area by Urawa Reds, and if the pass had been better, Albirex could well have been in, but they've started well here. Plenty for the Asian champions to think about. Now, though, here's Jose Kante. Koizumi. Good open game so far. Given away again here to Kante. Hasegawa. There's Fitzgerald. Now Thomas Deng. Ko. So the Urawa coach talked with some admiration how much he likes and admires the way that Albirex go about their business, and you can see why. They're very, very neat and tidy. They've had 64% possession in the opening 11 minutes or so. Here's Fitzgerald. Because the problem is, you have to turn all of this into something, and that's maybe where they can fall a little bit short. Trying to do something about that now, though. Really positive play again. Crowded out, and Akimoto can slam it clear. Deng. Now Ko. Here's Fitzgerald. Fujiwara. Shimada. Now Thomas Deng. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's a foul, but no need for the referee to take any action. He does give them a real physical presence, doesn't he, Kante? It's what Albirex are missing, really, at the other end for all their creative play. Well-travelled Jose Kante, 14 goals in China last season. Previously at Wisla in Poland, Kairat, Kazakhstan, and AEK as well in Greece. Hoybratton. Cleared away by Shusaku Nishikawa. And he rather sliced that. Deng. As you can see, 70% possession for the home side. Take risks in possession, and there's one of them, seized on by Kante. Was he fouled? Referee says no, and there's no complaint either from Jose Kante. But I made the point in the opening 5 minutes, you cannot be sloppy in possession against Urawa when they're pressing you like that. You will pay a price eventually. They nearly did there. Shimada, well, slashed well over, wasn't it? There it is, he didn't really look, and yeah, it's a good defensive recovery from Takehiro Ko. Clearance by Shusaku Nishikawa, making his 327th league appearance for Urawa today, 26th start of the season. The patches of good form have kept them just about in the title race. Of those above them, and that's often key, of course, if you're looking to press late in the season. They've only got Vissel Kobe to still play. They don't have a chance to take points off the Marinos, or indeed off Nagoya. Probably have to win every game and then hope that everything else falls their way, and that starts here for Urawa. Takehiro Akimoto with the throw. Here's Kante. Wow. Hoibraten. Now Schultz. He's allowed to stride forward a long way, and he took a long time to think about it and then tried the shot. '74 caps for Hiroki Sakai, great servant in Germany and indeed in France, hugely popular in Marseille in his 5 years there. Kante. Here's Akimoto. Lovely ball from Sekine. Akimoto runs onto it. Made good ground there, Takehiro Akimoto. It was well recovered by Koji Suzuki, but he has a thankless task up there compared to Kante at the other end. He's trying to hold it up and bring others into the play, like this man Takagi, who's given it away. Akimoto, now Schultz. Here's Akubo. Albirex player still down. So we will have a delay here. Let's see what the suggestion was there from Koji Suzuki. It was an arm raised. Third year at the club for him. Scored 8 times in J-League 2 last season, just a couple of goals in J-League in this campaign. That step up is always difficult. See Tomoaki Okubo is down here holding that left knee, and that looks serious, doesn't it? Trying to stretch it out. In fact, it's the left hamstring. And those muscular injuries, well, they often don't end particularly well. Just pulled up, did he? Yeah, just there. Well, there's a new arrival this season from Lech Poznan. 6 times he's won the extra class of the top flight in Poland. Maciej Skorza replaced Ricardo Rodriguez here. Yeah, a little shake of the head. That might be the end of that in terms of his contribution. So a little bit of a reshuffle potentially here for Skorza. Grimace on the face of Tomoaki Okubo. Well, they are going to make the change here. Kaito Yasui, one of the 2 players left out from the previous game, is going to come on rather earlier than he might have expected. We certainly wish Okubo well. Plenty of excitement between now and the end of the season. He doesn't want to miss out on all of that. So here is the change. Yasui for Akubo. Couple of goals for Kaito Yasui so far this season. Just doing a little bit of necessary reorganizing. Really, it was Kazumi who'd replaced Yasui in that creative role, so it'll be interesting to see what positions they both take up now. Just overhit the ball from Sakine, but he's the one who's getting into space and looking to create, Takehiro Sakine. Drilled clear by Kojima. Again, it reaches Kante here, and with this awkward surface, it's worth a crack from that kind of range. You could see how it bounced up into the arms of Kojima. Good handling there from the keeper. Now Ken Iwao. Was Kante fouled? He wasn't. That was our first shot on goal in the game. Comfortably saved by Kojima. Here's Marius Høybråten. New arrival this season from Bodo Glimt, the Norwegian. Urawa just getting a little bit frustrated here. They know they have to win these kind of games to have any chance of the title going forward in this campaign. given the way they tend to win games. Strong defensively and nicking the odd goal. It does come with pressure. 19 goals conceded all season. The best defense in the league by 3 goals. Only 30 scored, the lowest of the top 6. You can see the margins they're playing with. There's some defending to do here. Some movement going in there. It was met by Deng, but looped straight up in the air. Away game against Gamba Osaka next for Albirex, then they're at home against Yokohama FC. 7 clear of them at the moment in 16th. Albirex a position better than that in 15th. Important game for them now. Terrific long pass, and then running onto it was Atsuki Ito. Just couldn't keep the shot down. Scored a couple of times in this campaign. Terrific play from Sakai. One of those classic Hiroki Sakai runs, and what a great touch that is. Would have been some goal, that. Ito does the right thing. He has to hit this first time. Running onto it and just couldn't quite get enough of his boot over it. Well, 29 degrees today, so we do have a cooling break for the players. It's not just the heat, but it's also the humidity which can take its toll. The statistics that matter so far. Look at the number of passes from Albirex compared to Urawa. Does show you the way that they in particular go about things, doesn't it? Plenty of experience in this Urawa side. Sakai at 33, the goalkeeper Nishikawa 37, Schultz at 30, and so on. They've got a really experienced spine. Iwao at 35 in that midfield. Players who've been around, players who've done it before, players who know what to do. So we're ready to continue. Still goalless between Albirex Niigata and Urawa Reds. One team hoping to take the steps to confirming their survival in the J-League. The other still pushing to try and win it. Long shot though it might seem, there's only 6 points in it. And as we've seen already this season, much can change in 2 or 3 weeks. None of the sides towards the top looks rock solid in terms of being really consistent. Makes for a very exciting league. Nagakura. They're confident enough to defend quite deep and use numbers to crowd out the opposition. It's working so far here for Urawa. Michael Fitzgerald. Now Kojima. There's Thomas Deng. find that touch of class here. It ricochets away and ricochets behind. It does so for a goal kick for the Urawa Reds. Won that Asian Champions League over 2 legs against Al Hilal in April and May. Proudly carry that tag of Asian champions. Long by Iwao. Here's Thomas Deng. Throw taken quickly by Sakai. So half an hour gone, it remains goalless here. Still just had that one shot on target in the game. It's been that kind of affair, and you kind of expect that where Urawa are concerned. Hasegawa, fantastic direct running there. He goes over, and again, they had 2 claims there. 1 or 2 of the Albirex players looking at the referee. This is fantastic, forceful running by Takumi Hasegawa. He does step across him before he wins possession, and then there was the follow-up. You can see why they're asking the question. And there is a conversation here. I think the second challenge will be the more interesting one. The first one is one that players tend to get away with, although I'm never quite sure about that. But the second one, well, my instinct was it might not be enough to ask the referee to look at it. Had he given it, they might have been in business. Here we go again. It's Hasegawa. His little tug there. He doesn't win the ball as such. That's the one, though. Wow, tries to step across. For me, I don't think that's a penalty. I think they'd be unlucky, certainly, for it to be overturned. Yeah, right decision, but also right to look at it. Did it relatively quickly, so no harm done. Zakimoto. Sakai. Chasing towards that near post area is Kante. And that goes behind for a corner kick for the Urawa Reds here. Movement in there, and they drift it towards that near post. Appeals for a hand. They think there was a handball there. I think they might have to do another check here. Yeah. And the players from Urawa looked very convinced, didn't they, in the instant? It's often a sign, not always, but let's take a look. Well, he's trying to pull the hand away, but it is out from his body. Marginal call, that. It's Nagakora. Did influence the play. The balance is influencing the play, how close the players were, and the fact he was trying to take his hand away. For me, I think, again, it might be no penalty, but rather like the first one, you could see why they might ask the referee to look at this. In the spirit of clear and obvious error, you would say the decision not to award a penalty should stand. But now they're looking at it, well, that sort of goes out of the window, doesn't it? And he is going to go and take a look at it here, and you know what that normally means. He's been convinced by his team to go and take a look. This is what he'll be looking at. Different angles. But he's not standing with his arm out, is he? He is trying to move it away. It's where it makes contact. You can see that quite clearly. I think the referee would have every right not to give this. But the way of these things normally is, see, I'm not sure that changes the silhouette. You can see as he turns, but the way of these things is they tend to give them once they've been asked to go and look at a handball like this. But I think that would be a bit unfortunate for Nagakora. I'm not sure what else he can do from close range like that. Let's see what the decision is. He's ready to make it. Sajimi Matsuo going to do is given a penalty. Big chance for Urawa Reds here. A bit of misfortune for Albirex. But given how strong Urawa are defensively, if they could get their noses in front here, well, they're going to be very hard to break down. I feel a bit for Nagakora. Now he has to hope that his goalkeeper, Ryosuke Kojima, can help him out here. It's going to be Alex Schultz, who scored 2 penalties already in this campaign. Those are the statistics from his last 5. As you can see, 1 of them saved. Let's see. The big Dane to step up and try and put Urawa in front and try and put the pressure on those above them. Great picture that. It's Alexander Schultz who does put them in front, who does hold his nerve. And Urawa have the lead as we approach half-time. Now, if he can lead a typical defensive display, they're closing the gap to 3 at the top. Well, he moved the goalkeeper and just stroked it down the middle. There's the incident again. We'll have a fair amount of time added at the end of this first half. Cooling break plus these 2 VAR checks. The first one did not result in a penalty, the second one did. Free kick then for Maciej Skorca's side. But they had a second before half-time. It's a big climb by Høybråten. That bounces up and onto the hand of Kaito Yasui, the substitute. On for Tomoaki Okubo in this first half. There's Fitzgerald. Now Kojima. Final 5 minutes of normal time at the end of this first half. And as I said, at least I would think 4 minutes to be added in, it may be more. Albirex looking to strike back here. Straight up in the air by Ken Iwao. Kojima. There's Fujiwara. Now Fitzgerald. It's a psychological problem as well here for Albirex, because you know how good your opposition is defensively, and you have to have the confidence to believe that you can break them down. And the way that they play, they like to pass it, they like to spread the play. They know they don't have as many teeth as some going forward, and it's hard to believe, but they're going to have to keep believing. And remember the moment when Hasegawa broke through and Urawa panicked a bit. They might have won a penalty, they didn't, but they can certainly put them on the back foot and throw them off balance. Akimoto to take the throw. Kojima. Now Fitzgerald. Shimada. Back here with Thomas Deng. Kura couldn't find a way through. Final minute. Well, final minute normal time at the end of this first half. Urawa in front, thanks to a penalty awarded on VAR, scored by Alexander Schultz, the Danish centre-half. Priceless moment for them. How much time will be added here? 8 minutes is the answer. Goodness me. That's what happens with 2 VAR checks and a cooling break and 1 or 2 other little breaks in play. Injury as well to Akubo. They've added every single second on, haven't they? But that is very much the modern way. Look forward by Iwao. I wonder at what point football will consider that rugby-style system of timekeeping. I do think the unfortunate thing with all the time that's being added on in various leagues, the fans just don't know how long's left in a game or a half, and I don't think it's ideal. Double figure time added on. Could that be solved by stopping the clock when big incidents happen? Maybe. Oh, cleverly in behind, flag stays down. What a pass that was, and it just needed 1 more. You could see the run that Akimoto was making. Good piece of defending in the end. Yasui, who was chasing onto that wonderful ball forward. Played 2 minutes of the added 8 at the end of this first half. Here's Thomas Deng. Surely a push in the back. Looked like it. The assistant was standing right next to it. He's had a good game. Takahiro Akimoto at left back. It's a little word of warning there for Takumi Hasegawa. This referee, Hajime Matsuo, tends to referee games with a smile on his face and only produce cards when it's absolutely necessary. He's got a nice balanced way of doing things, I always think. Nagoya also in front. Both at the moment, Nagoya and Urawa, just closing that gap on Yokohama Marinos and Vissel. Marinos away against Kashiwa. Vissel home against Kyoto Sanga tomorrow. So much can still happen at the top of the J-League table. There was a period at which it looked as if Yokohama Marinos might run away with it, but it doesn't feel that way now. Akimoto to take this throw. Here's Iwao. Looks to skim that pass forward. Nice idea, trying to pick out Yasui. Bratton goes all the way back to Nishikawa, from where they can build again. Been at the club since 2014, Shusako Nishikawa, the goalkeeper. Here's Ito. There was another appeal for a penalty there. Kante chasing the referee. He goes in to try and win it back, and that's a decent turn from Kante. Here's Atsuki Ito. Clever ball in from Kante. Koizumi dragged it wide. Good chance that. Really intelligent play in the build-up from Kante, who continues to argue with the referee here. Shimada. Good stretch there from Hoybratton. And hammered clear by Ken Iwao. So we're approaching the end of the first half. It's been a long way from end to end, but it's been interesting enough given what's at stake here, particularly for Urawa, particularly the way they go about things. They've just about edged it, and they needed a penalty to grab the lead. The question in the second half will be, can Albirex find a way to break down this fearsome Urawa Reds backline? Couple of little glimpses that they might in the first half, but no more than that as we reach half-time. Alexander Schultz with the only goal of the game, a coolly taken penalty, just stroked home. Penalty conceded by Nagakura. I think Kante's had a very good game leading the line. He hasn't managed to make it 4 games in a row in which he's scored, but he's led the line particularly well, and now it's over to Scorza's very well-organised backline to try and get the job done. All the focus there on Nagakura. I really wouldn't blame him for the penalty that was conceded, but that is what separates them. But it's Albirex Niigata 0, Urawa Reds 1. Well, this is the 34th league meeting of Albirex Niigata and Urawa Reds, and currently stands at 25-3 in favour of the team from Saitama, and they lead here at half-time. Urawa in front thanks to the penalty stroked home by Alexander Schultz, and now it's down to Rikizo Matsuhashi and his Albirex side to try and find a way past the best defence in the J-League. Great away support made that relatively short journey north. And just in a wider context, how important it might be. I mentioned that after this game, Urawa have got the slight distraction, really, of the J-League Cup quarter-final over 2 legs as well against Gamba. Then a home game in the league against Kyoto Sanga, then they go away to Gamba. And in terms of the league, if they could just win this and then stay on a winning run, you do not know where it might take them. Take advantage of any slip-ups from the 3 above them. Still feel that Yokohama Marinos are favourites to win the J-League, but it is not going to be easy. Vissel, Nagoya and Urawa all chasing, all breathing down their necks. The next 45 minutes so important for Jose Kante and this Urawa Reds side, and they mustn't just try, in my opinion anyway, and sit on the lead. They're good at doing that, but if you could grab a second goal, it makes such a difference. But that's how we stand at half-time as we prepare to get things back underway. Albirex then trail Urawa by a 1-0. Let's see how things unfold in this second half in front of a fantastic crowd. The Niigata DENKA Big Swan. Urawa have been masterfully good at seeing home situations like this. There's the goal scorer Schultz. He and Hoybratton look really good together. Iwanami, the player, left out today. Scandinavian axis in the centre of that defence, and that's touched on usefully towards Koizumi. Did well to hold on to that and try and pick the pass. Well, half the stadium thought he'd scored, but it was sliced just wide of that near post by Takehiro Sakine. A little bit stuck under his feet with the first touch. The second was good and just got away from him, didn't it? Right start to the second half for Urawa. They won a corner. Yasui with the attempted cross. No surprise to see both Schultz and Hoybratton rumbling forward to join forward players like Kante in there here. Ken Iwao to take the corner. Hooked in deep, and that will be retrieved by Akimoto. Takes a deflection on the way through. Here's Kante. Just got underneath it there as it was deflected, didn't adjust in time. Hasegawa. Now Shimada. There's Deng. Origome. Very watchable, very easy on the eye, Albirex. Lost 2 of their last 4 in J-League. They don't want to slip and slide in the final part of the campaign. Origome now. Too easy for Shusaku Nishikawa. Origome wanted to run across the front of the goalkeeper there. Shimada. Deng. Nagakura. Picked off fairly comfortably there by the outstanding Atsuki Ito. Real strength and muscularity in that midfield now. Kante. Here's Alex Schultz. Forward by Sakai. Going hunting for that second goal that might even seal it. Kante. Now Schultz. Koizumi. Drifted forward by Akimoto. Here's Thomas Deng. Origome. Takagi. They do have Shunsuke Mito on the bench, the youngster who's sparkled at times in their midfield. Real attacking threat. Sure we'll see him at some point. Yota Komi, the young striker, on the bench as well. All about converting that pretty passing and possession into something. There's Kante. Hoy Bratton. Sakai. There's Takagi. Deng. His pass for Nagakura. Just a bit too strong there from Ito. Doesn't really need to do that. Sakai. There's Koizumi and now Kante. Origome. Now Takagi. See, in my opinion here, Urawa are just threatening to slip into that pattern of trying to hold on to this, allowing Albirex to have the ball, and that's all very well if you're confident defensively, but it can lead to issues, as we know. In from Takagi. Here's Deng. Lovely touch inside, and then that's a better ball across. And this is exactly why I don't think Urawa can play this game. Yes, they defended that just about, but it could have gone wrong. For me, they have to keep threatening here. Albirex so close to at least creating a golden chance. Schultz with the miscue. In fact, it was Hoibraten. But they got away with it. He and his team just need a break, don't they? Rikizo, Matsuhashi, not forthcoming yet, but they have quality. Look around their side, they are short of goals. No one making a really significant goal-scoring contribution, not really for them. Shimada. Now here's Horigome. Deng. Fitzgerald. Now Shimada. Quickly away by Nishikawa. Now Sakine. Links really well, doesn't he, down that left-hand side with Akimoto. Player on the ball now. Schultz. Reds lead thanks to Alexander Schultz's penalty 7 minutes before half-time. Well, 7 minutes before the 45. We then had 8 minutes added time. Penalty given on review for handball. Here's Sakai. Forward by Marius Højbråten. Picked up here by Jose Kante. Now Ito. There's Koizumi. Once again, it's Sakai. Here's Koizumi. Well, not a great deal has happened in the first 15 minutes or so of this second half. That little push from Albirex that nearly led to a clear opportunity, but ultimately didn't. There's Ko. Hasegawa. Horigome. It's nice one-touch play. Player went down as well. Takagi. Don't think there are any obvious appeals for a foul or anything like that as we head into the final half hour here. The DENKA Big Swan. Yeah, that was really nicely done. The pass just had a bit too much on it. They are creative. It was Nagakora chasing the player whose handball gave the penalty away. Still no shot on target for Albirex here, and of course they need to rectify that. Very much tells its own story, doesn't it? Best ever J-League finish for Albirex was 6th in 2007. First time J-Leaguers in 2003. Stayed from then until 2017. Before they went down and joining life in the J-League again now. Looks like they're going to remain too. Here's Iwao. Now Ito. There's Schultz. Fujiwara. First time ball across, but Schultz there to deal with it. Højbråten was in the neighborhood as well. Big smile on his face. They're enjoying life, aren't they, the two Scandinavian centre halves? Still kings of the world, impregnable at the moment. Let's see, Horigome to whip it in. Touch was by Højbråten this time. Deng. Origome will chase. On the home side, chance to maybe work something from this corner kick. You see Deng arriving, the Australian born in Kenya. It's going to be Takagi to take. And that magnificent support is unwavering. See in the background. Delivered by Takagi, won easily by Kante. Shimada. Now Takagi. Behind for another corner for Albirex. Final 25 minutes here. Well, it's cleverly worked, and again they just weren't quite able to defend it convincingly. And Albirex, after a very, very smart set piece, very nearly with a chance to equalize. Let's take a look at this again. This did catch them by surprise. And it's just that moment there, isn't it? It's the player who conceded the penalty, Nagakura, with a shot at redemption there. Two opportunities. The touch was poor, but then he got another chance, but no power, and Sakai able to block, and the follow-up blocked by the goalkeeper. Sigh of relief from the Urawa Reds. First two shots on target, they came within a second of each other. Lovely first-time pass in behind the fullback. Moving towards the final quarter of the game here. Well, that was a poor cross, just mishit. You can see the frustration there. But they're still in there battling. Urawa have been rather passive in this second half, and they may yet pay the price for that. Slammed away by Høybråten. Kante went over easily, but smartly wins the free kick. They are relying on experienced players. You can see why their defensive record's so good. Schultz and Høybråten, Sakai just outstanding. Akimoto down the left. And Ito to hold it all together with Iwao. See why they take some breaking down. good players to come in, like Iwanami to stand in if anyone needs a rest. But they are in that position, as I was explaining at the start, really, where they have to look to win every single remaining game now and see if that's enough. So these are situations they absolutely have to see out. At the moment, the Asian champions leading by a 1-0 here. Feeling before the season was they might be short of a striker. They tried to get Georgios Giacomakis, but he went to Atlanta United in MLS in the end. Kante sort of has come in and done a decent job, but they've done well to be where they are, given that they don't really have a prolific centre forward. Deng. Origome battling hard. Now it's Nagakura. He doesn't want his handball to be the headline news. At the moment, that's exactly what it is. Schultz. Good refereeing. No initial foul, but then spotted the foul by Yasui. He knows his side, still very much in this, and he's about to make a couple of changes, I think, here. Rikizo Matsuhashi. And we have the cooling break. Just under 30,000 here. Urawa certainly playing their part in that. So, final chance to take some fluid on board before the final push. The message quite clear. Urawa trying to hold what they have and keep up the pressure at the top. Albirex pushing for an equalising goal. Hiroki Akiyama is going to come on. You can see down there in front of us. Central midfield player. He's on for Yuzuru Shimada. Akiyama's been at the club since 2019. He's had a couple of loans away in that time. And there's the other change. Yota Komi, that I mentioned, 21-year-old striker, yet to score 4 goals in the last campaign. And Shunsuke Mito, left-sided midfield player, who also scored goals last season, 6 of those in J.League 2. It's just very difficult when you step up. Trying to make an instant impact here is Komi. Has scored in J.League Cup and the Emperor's Cup as well. Yota Komi. Here's Akiyama. Substitutes maybe have given them fresh impetus. Here's another of them in Mito. Hiroki Akiyama looking towards that far post. They're certainly creative when they try and play in these crosses. They're trying to create angles wherever you look. Chasing across there is Kojima. Now Thomas Deng. Akiyama looking to roll that in behind. Mito chasing. Substitutes have just given them a little bit more pace to run in behind here. More for Schultz and his defence to deal with. Taken short by Akiyama, and it's driven in. And great bit of defending there. Was it Sakai who flung himself at it? I think it was. There's Ko. They're having a go here, though. It's a poor touch from Deng. Akiyama lining it up, and it's just wide from him. Made a real impact since he came on in the last 5 minutes or so. Took it forward with confidence. Yeah, it's a bit further wide than just wide. Looked closer than it truly was from the angle I'm sitting. Kante. See just stretching out the thigh there of Yoshio Koizumi. You do wonder, don't you, come the end of the season, when the dust has settled, how much they might regret those opening 2 games. Urawa Reds, they lost them both 2-0 away against FC Tokyo and Yokohama. And then they won 5 of their next 6. Look at that, by the way, the kilometers covered by Koizumi, the player who's down. I'm not surprised. Of course, you can have seasons full of ifs and buts, but you do look at that one quite clearly. And the what might have beens, slow start might end up costing them. Double change here. It's going to be Kante to be replaced by Shinzo Kuroki. The 37-year-old makes his 292nd appearance in the league for Urawa, and Alex Schalcon as well. There he is, the legend Kuroki. The Dutchman, they're glad to have him back from injury. Played in the Cup, but this is his first J-League appearance since May. Kuroki's figures, by the way, 4 goals this season, but this appearance number 292 in the league, 113 goals in that time. Come back this year after a loan at Consadole Sapporo. Scored 5 on loan for them last year. He's normally good for a goal, is Kuroki. Another change for the home side. Eitaro Matsuda on loan from the Yokohama Marinos makes his 10th substitute appearance of the season. Did score 4 times last season. Schultz. Is Hiroki Sakai. Good strength there from Deng. Heading for the final 10 minutes, but of course, plus whatever time is added, we've only really had the cooling break. No VAR drama so far in this second half, but honestly, with the timekeeping these days, you just don't know how long Albirex will have. Could be a while yet. Here they come again. Great strong running, and it drops kindly this time, and it's there! Oh, that's a huge moment! Yota Komi, the substitute. Urawa pay the price. They were passive in the second half, and they only gave themselves one way to win. Set out the stall to win it 1-0, and they're not going to do that. Here it is again. Great, strong running initially, and Komi reacts so well inside of the post and in. First goal of the campaign, and what an important one. Matsuda, the other substitute, with the initial run. The substitutes have come on and changed it here. And now suddenly Albirex full of fire, full of belief. Only the 20th goal that the Urawa Reds have conceded all season. Now we really do have a story. Deng. Here's Shunsuke Mito. Horigome, they're looking for the goal that would put them in front now. What a turnaround this could be. Horigome. Shuttling forward there was Ko. Punched wide by Fujiwara, and again, and they're in behind again here. Yota Komi just couldn't control it. The cross bounced awkwardly. It's a different game all of a sudden here. Mito. He felt there was a hand, but he carried on playing there. Of course, there's no Kante. He's gone off now. Maybe they'll look towards Kuroki to be the hero. He's down at the moment. Wrong end of that challenge, bang on the head, I think. Well, there was some contact there from Thomas Deng. He's in pain, isn't he, Kuroki? He's going to be okay, I think. Still a little bit shaky, Kuroki. They're having a look at this to check there wasn't an elbow in that challenge. Sort of blindsided everyone from Deng if there was something here. Let's have a look. The arms across, nah. Certainly not from Deng. No, there's nothing there for me. Quite right, but given that it was the blind side of everyone, there's no problem having a look. They might have just looked at Ko and whether or not there was a kick when Kuroki was on the floor, but it was involuntary if there was. Here's Deng. Fitzgerald. Deng again. Now Horigome. Here's Thomas Deng. Come forward with purpose yet again, just wide. I think Nishikawa's got this covered, but it's still terrific, purposeful play, and again, just that half chance at redemption for Nagakura, who conceded the first half penalty, but right now that isn't decisive, of course. Yeah, I think the goalkeeper was across and had that covered. Shusaku Nishikawa. What a moment for Yota Komi. 1 goal in the Emperor's Cup, 1 in the J-League Cup, and now crucially 1 in the J-League itself for the youngster. Yumu Ohata is on for Sakine. Fukuoka-born player in his second year at the club, yet to score a senior goal. Now Sakai. Spread wide by Ito. Now Ohata. That's intelligently done well. I thought it was the right option, but Keniwao was closed down. They could do with a fair chunk of added time here. The Urawa Reds, you wouldn't say that their title challenge is over, but well, things look a lot harder if they draw this game. Looked like they were on course for a third consecutive 1-0 win, and you make that defensive error, a little bit of inspiration as well from Albirex, and it can all go wrong so quickly. And do they regret not pushing more for a second goal when they were 1 up? I think they must do. Here's Schultz. Of course, they may yet get a second goal. Can they create a chance here? Precious little from them as an attacking force in this second half. Lowest goal scorers are the top 6, and they've looked like it here. Now they're under pressure potentially again. Origome with a little look up there, taking his time, trying to pick out the perfect cross, and wasn't far off doing so. It is strange, isn't it, how quickly things can turn around, how swiftly they can change. Schultz. All played in behind. Useful ball that. Ito with a chance to cross. 5 added minutes is all there'll be for Urawa to find the goal here. But now they're pushing in earnest. Yasui gave it away though. There's Komi, the scorer of the equalising goal. Akiyama. Nice change of feet, but the ball had run out of play. Origome. Big climb there from Schultz. These could be vital moments in the Urawa Reds season. Looking to pick out the veteran there, Kuroki, but Kojima able to clear it away quickly. Schultz has gone down holding his face. There's Nagakura in the challenge. In fact, it's the shoulder. So no suggestion of anything sinister, and certainly no suggestion of any time wasting either. Oh, he's in pain, isn't he, here, Schultz? Could be a dislocation. You can see the way Hoy Bratton was calling the trainer on, telling him to hurry up here. Yeah, a little push there. It's not the bravest challenge from Nagakura. Such a pivotal player, Schultz, and he's in some real pain here. The last thing they need to concede the equaliser and then lose him for any period of time. And any of you who've ever had a shoulder injury of any kind will have sympathy here. It's absolute agony. He's pushed over onto that right shoulder, and that's where potentially the dislocation came, certainly the pain came. Not surprised to see him grimace like that. Schultz has a word with him as well. It's the sort of challenge that the players will always look at other players like that. It's a cheap shot, really. Doesn't look violent, but Schultz is looking at the ball and Nagakura isn't. That will mean a couple more minutes added at the end of the 5 here at the end of the game. So 30 seconds of the 5 remain, probably another couple of minutes now. Urawa need to push to try and win this late. It's a really good climb from Sakai. He made a good run in behind as well, but Schalk wasn't able to pick him out. Ko. The referee's gone to his pocket here and he's had enough from Nagakura. I think that's fair enough after the challenge on Schultz, and now he's got a bit carried away, sliding in again. In fact, that arguably wasn't his fault, but in fact it's Akiyama who's gone into the book. So Urawa Reds have probably got 90 seconds here. For so long in this game, it looked as if they were going to close the gap on the Yokohama Marinos to 3, but that equalising goal has put them under pressure. Stolen away 2 of the 3 points they thought they were going to win. Really, it's now or never in terms of this game for them here. Ito. Now Schultz back on. Here's Sakai. Can they get in behind? Haven't looked like doing so in this second half, but that's good feet from Schalk. Great tackle. Schultz has to go in long towards Kuroki. It's only half away. It's Schalk. Great block. There was half an appeal for a penalty, but no hand involved, I don't think. It fell kindly for Alex Schalk. He's only scored once in this campaign. There's no conviction in the attempted finish there. They are checking though, goodness me. Surely not. In the 7th minute of added time, Urawa Reds need a lifeline. Are they going to get one? Hard to see from that angle. This will tell us more. Deng, who goes across, no. Hasn't gone anywhere near his hand. So it's going to be a long throw from Sakai. And Deng with the header away. And that is the end of it, and that is a massive disappointment for the Urawa Reds. They led for so long, since 7 minutes before half-time. Schultz slotting home the penalty after the handball from Nagakura, but it was Yota Komi, 9 minutes from the end, who drew them level, and Urawa Reds can't quite believe they've thrown that away. But they paid the price for their tactics. His approach was too negative. They took the lead. They should have tried to extend it. I know it seems easy to say now, but it's what I think we thought at the time. And in the end, it was Rikizo Matsuhashi's side who managed to capitalize on that, and they found the goal that ultimately they probably deserved. So disappointment for Sakai and his Urawa Reds team. Albirex, another point closer to safety, and that chance of the title might just be slipping away from Urawa, because it finished here. Albirex 1, Urawa Reds 1. So we will, before we leave you, hear from one of the heroes. I suspect it will be the scorer of the equalising goal, Yota Komi, but we'll see. but big disappointment for Schultz. Thankfully his shoulder looks okay, still feeling it, but if it was really bad he wouldn't really be able to move, so that's good news. Rather ruefully holding on to it and having put so much effort in, they come away with just the point. And it was Albirex who were more positive in that second half and who pushed and pushed and who eventually found a way through and found that equalising goal. Really well taken by Komi off the inside of the post. It was a very good finish. Kante led the line well while he was out there, but couldn't really provide a goal threat. The goal came from the penalty, but not enough to come away with the win. They're going to have to change their approach, I think, if they want to win every game from now on in. I don't think they're going to do it like that. They're a better side than that, and they do carry an attacking threat as well. They take great pride in their defensive work, of course they do, but it has to be allied to a bit more going forward. Greeted with a bit of silence, really, from their travelling fans, but they will bow to them and appreciate their support. And there is the applause for the travelling Urawa side, and here is the scorer of the equaliser.
小見選手、おめでとうございます。ありがとうございます。今のお気持ちから聞かせてください。まあここまでやっぱり多くチャンスがあった中で、リーグでゴールっていうのがなかったので、まあ本当にようやくですけど、まあ一つ決まってほっとしてます。町田選手、そして長倉選手が絡む得点シーンをご自身で振り返ってください。そうですね、まあ栄太郎君がドリブルで持って、まあ彼はドリブルっていうのが得意なところなので、まあそこの1対1は任せて、で僕